And you mentioned South Lake Tahoe. I'm a Reno girl, and I told you that. And it's so funny because you were introduced to dirt bikes early on. And if you're from the area, like if you know, you know. And so what was that like? Did you just see a dirt bike? You heard it? What was that process like when you were introduced to it? Because that's what started this whole process.
It really did. My parents got divorced at 5, but before that, my dad had this dirt bike. And I remember anytime he would fire it up, the smell of the gas, I loved. Like there was something about it and I wanted to ride it so bad. So he would take me on rides off road. And I still remember to this day, that feeling, that sound of riding on dirt and the feeling of being on a dirt bike. I just loved it. So I was that kid that like, if somebody in the neighborhood had a quad or a mini bike, I was like, hey, want to be friends? And then I would get to go ride it. And I always enjoyed motorsports. And when I was 15, I had moved to Vegas already. And I met this guy, we went to school together and he raced Supercross. So he introduced me to this whole new sport. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Suddenly, like I took down my horse posters. I put up Jeremy McGrath posters and Jeff Emig. My mom thought, what in the heck has happened to my daughter? And that guy was Carrie Hart, who's married to Pink now. But literally, he introduced me to the sport and I loved it. And I remember thinking, I'm not planning on going to college. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, but there's something about this sport and wanting to tell those stories. And there aren't any women out there that are like me that's a fan of it talking about it. So why don't I be that person? I remember watching an interview one day and I just thought, why can't that be me? So I literally started pursuing that. I moved to Los Angeles at 18 and kept those contacts and one thing led to another.